Hey guys, this is Alan, and today we are talking about how Lilac changes the arena. We will talk about the main arena comps that Lilac is being used in the top tier. We will be talking some counter comps, and we will even talk about the most common stun comps right now and how they perform. We're also going to look at some of the stats my cookies have, and what top ends you need to focus on, and what treasures you want to have in arena for these comps to get the best out of your team and to win as many arena matches as possible. Right, let's get into the first one right away. This is one of the more common speed comps in the arena with Lilac and Pastry. And what you want to do when you use this comp is you want to make sure that the speed robe treasure, that speed boost, goes to Lilac and your Pastry cookie. And how you do that is you make sure that when you add the top ends to your cookies, that the two cookies with the highest attack speed top ends are Lilac and Pastry, because it's about the top ends, right? The ones with the two highest attack speed top ends get that boost. Let's check out another match. 686,000 power team. This will be a pretty even match. As you can see, Strawberry Crepe has to absolutely go first, and then Sea Fairy. So when you are using this comp, you have to make sure that Strawberry Crepe is on that 3-second timer. And then you got to make sure that Sea Fairy has that cooldown over 11.8%, or this will not work. I had cooldown on Sea Fairy at 14%, 15%. It still wasn't working because Strawberry Crepe did not have that initial countdown timer clock at 3 seconds, right? So if you don't have that 3-second clock, you need that 18-second cooldown with Strawberry Crepe. If you don't have that, Strawberry Crepe doesn't go fast enough. And just to give you a heads up, this is my current defense team. Look at this. Look at all these wins. Like, this is a fantastic defense team, but you are going to have your Pastry leveled up to 60. My Pastry is only 2 stars, but still, Pastry level 60 is almost a requirement to do enough damage. And Speed Robe level 4 is just barely passable, right? The higher you can get that, the absolute better. So as you can see, these are my cookies. Let's check out Strawberry Crepe. Like I was saying before, you want Strawberry Crepe to be at 18%, 17 point something, I don't know exact amount, or over, and over 22% on the damage resist. Lilac Cookie. You want Lilac Cookie. Lilac Cookie's a little squishy. You want Lilac Cookie to have huge damage resist, over 30%. If you can do 3 attack top-ins and 2 defense resist top-ins and get that over 30%, even better, because then you get the defense resist and the attack. Sea Fairy, right? The usual. 3 attack top-ins, 2 cooldown. You need that cooldown to be over 11.8%. The higher the better. Attack 32%. I like it. My damage resist is only 16.2%. That's not quite high enough. I want that higher. I want that like 25%. Pastry, just the generic attack top-ins, right? You want a decent enough attack speed. You got to make sure that he is one of the 2 cookies with the highest attack speed, so he gets that boost. And for pure vanilla cookie, I prefer all cooldown, but this only works because I have a high enough damage resist at 27%. And even that is sometimes cutting it close, right? You want that as close to 30% as possible if you go full cooldown. That's why a lot of people go 3 cooldown, 2 damage resist, so you get that 35, 36% damage resist. Now let's check out this other new comp that a lot of people are using. My power level here is only 222,000. This enemy at 427,000. I'm just doing it friendly to show you off this comp because I don't want to lose a bunch of trophies. But this is the team I'm focused on. I am leveling all these cookies up right now because you can imagine how good this team is when this team is fully maxed out. Look at this. You use the crit treasure. All those crits. It's doing so much damage against a team that is almost twice the power level of this team. So if you have this team leveled up, you have this team to almost 500,000, this team will be crushing everyone. I saw this team at the top of the arena comps, and I had to try it out. This team is the absolute most dominant team right now. If you can afford to level up Mint Cookie, Lilac, Almond, and Madeline, do it. This team will absolutely crush all the other teams and is worth the investment. I'm going to be showing you more future videos if I have enough time to level these cookies up. I'm trying right now. Focusing on Madeline and Mint right now. trying to get them up to at least level 50 so I can start using these in real arena comps. So fun, so powerful. This comp right here is the standard comp that I use. Pretty much an automatic win as long as I have a same level attack scroll or better, right? I am using the attack scroll, I'm using the clock, and I'm using the defense horn. And why I'm using the defense horn is because you get that 45% boost, plus you get that 20% boost from Lyco. It makes this team almost indestructible. Like, I will outlast the other team, especially when we get to that 1 minute mark and you get that damage modifier. The defense, that 65% additional defense helps out so much, makes your team outlast every other team. Look at that, 98% health. Against the team that was pretty fairly matched against my team. So this is absolutely one of my go-to teams. Don't forget the stun comp. Stun comp can crush a lot of teams, but there is a new treasure that we're using. The paper treasure. And what is so great about this paper treasure is this paper treasure activates and disables effects. So, if you're going against Strawberry Crate, this will activate and take that damage resist defense off those 2 cookies. And this will allow you to wipe out cookies faster. Another comp that you might want to use, or another treasure, is the Speed Rogue. Speed Rogue also works very good with stun comp. And then, let's talk counters. Red Velvet has been an absolutely awesome counter against most of the speed comps because he interrupts the flow, right? Now, in this example, he pulls Pastry. So, speed comps are trying to do as much damage as possible. If you pull Pastry, you get that 5-second delay. There, I just pulled Mint, you get that 5-second delay. Or you pull Pure Vanilla Cookie from the back line, and Pure Vanilla Cookie can't heal for 5 seconds. That's really disrupting what they're doing, and allows you to tank and hold out and do enough damage to win. This doesn't always win, but for the most part, if they're using a speed comp, if they're using the Lilac Pastry comp that I showed you at the beginning, this is the absolute best counter. And when I'm using the Pastry Lilac speed comp, if I see Red Velvet, I'm absolutely avoiding that fight. Because that's a fight I lose in a lot of matches. If you're using Red Velvet, you can go with attack, you can go cooldown. Either way, you just got to test it out and you're friendly, see what works best for you. So these are the most dominant arena comps right now in the meta. Try to build the arena comp for the cookies that you have leveled. But just remember that second speed comp that I showed you with Madeline, with Mint, with Lilac is the absolute dominant speed comp right now if you can build that up. Thanks for watching this video.